again, that's not my area of expertise, but it dulls and numbs and flattens. So unless you're building experiences and your neurons are, neurons are firing and refiring, and you're developing patterns of thought and behavior. If you're chemically, changed in some way, then it will alter the trajectory of your life. I mean, that's and that on a bigger level, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Yeah. But from the standpoint of hormones, more importantly than the antidepressants is the young women that are put on hormonal contraceptives, birth control pills, because they're, obviously they're important. We need them. But in many women will experience low libido and vaginal dryness due to the hormonal contraceptives. And what happens is that they're delivering hormone, but not enough for a young reproductive age woman.
Okay.
So they frequently will have those symptoms. And women that are on them for many years, 5 to 7 years or longer, then the changes that occur can be permanent. Erwin Goldstein, my mentor, co-authored a really pivotal paper published that was peer reviewed and published. I can't remember which journal, but detailing this exact finding that that women that are on birth control pills over a period of between 5, 7, and 7 years consecutively have a protein in their blood that's elevated that binds to testosterone, making it less available to the tissues, and it doesn't go back down when they get off of it. So I'm not a huge fan of hormonal contraceptives.
What would you recommend as an alternative?
I recommend, an IUD, or there's a new prescription that just came onto the market called Phexxi, Phexxi, which is non-hormonal. It's a gel that's inserted on demand. So when you're having sex, it needs to be inserted within an hour of sexual activity. But it also has STD prevention effects too. So it's anti-pregnancy and STD. It's also a lubricant. And for whatever reason, I don't see younger, I have a daughter who's 19 in college, and all her friends and I like talk about this and push this. And for whatever reason, older women don't mind, but that age group doesn't like the idea of having to put something in there and, the nuisance of it, or I don't know, but they should do some, whatever focus group things. I don't know the mindset of why they wouldn't want to use that.
Right.
But
I've also heard this from a lot of 25 and below. When it comes to a lot of contraceptions, they're like, I'm not having anything inserted in me. I don't like any of this. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah.